Hey, it's Mr. Bass. I just got back from the Susquehanna River, fished a tournament there, got my butt kicked. But I wanted to do an unboxing video. In fact, I did an unboxing video while I was getting ready for the tournament. Now I'm going to show you what I recorded before I left so you can see all the baits that I bought, and I'll also explain to you why I bought them, yada, yada, yada. Hope you enjoy it. Now, a bait that I throw in practically every tournament, and I know will be a player on this one, is the jackhammer. I plan on throwing two colors of the jackhammer. I'm going to start with the golden shiner. That's this one. And I've bought quite a few of these. And then I'm going to switch over to white jackhammers, which I already have in my box. I did buy a couple here today. But I couldn't find as white as I wanted. All I could find was the Clearwater shad, which isn't bad, but I would like just completely white if I could get it. The other jackhammer that I'm going to bring with me, I didn't buy any this week, is the black and blue, just in case the water is very dingy. I also plan on bringing a spinnerbait, and I have a lot of spinnerbaits, but last year, while watching videos on the Susky, I saw a guy, and I can't remember who it was, that was throwing these battle baits, spinnerbaits. So I bought a handful of these. This one here is called American Shad. Hopefully you can see it. This is the one I'll probably throw starting out. Sight Flash. It's very white. And the other color, Pro Blue Red Pearl. To me, all those colors look great. So I'm going to start with these Battle Shad spinnerbaits, and if they don't do me well, then I'll probably go back to my mustads and some of the others that I throw a lot. All right, another bait that I intend to throw is a buzzbait. And other than the regular skirt on the buzzbait, I also like to throw a goat. So on my darker chatterbaits, I'm probably going to throw this black and blue color. And on the white ones, I really like pearl on a buzzbait. These toads for me have become my favorite buzzbait trailer by far. Really love them. Now, as far as trailers for the golden shiner jackhammer, I've got a couple I'm going to throw. The Zacho is one of my all-time favorite trailers, and this is Tennessee shad, and it really has a pretty goldish look to it. I couldn't find any other Zacho that looks super gold, and you know, this in and of itself doesn't look very gold, but when you pair it with the golden shiner, I think it looks very natural. Oh, it's not gonna, let me try it like this. I think it goes well with it. I would like to have something more golden, like, I'll show you another one that I really like. This one here. That to me is a much better goldenish looking trailer. This is a hog, I think they call it hog farmer trailer. I'm going to see if I can find some more of those before I leave for the tournament. The other thing I bought was a few of these, and the reason I bought these is I've been seeing some videos of guys fishing the jackhammers recently out there with really long trailers. And this Yum Houdini shad is a pretty long bait compared to the Zacho. And this is this color to me has you know, there's some gold in it. It's called Camo Pearl, and I like like the look of this a lot. So that's going to be my alternate. You can see how much longer it is. Definitely will give me some different action. For the white jackhammer, of course, the Zacho, I've got this like solid white one here. It's called cream white. And then Sight Flash, which is white, but it's also got like some almost translucent colors. And then if I need something bigger, I got some more Yum Houdini shads. This is the pearl color. I don't go anywhere without a 5-inch stickworm Senko style bait. And for the Susquehanna, I'm going to take the Max Scent General because I know that the smallies really like Max Scent. I'm only going to take 2 colors, green pumpkin and black and blue. In addition to the jackhammer, which is probably all I'm going to throw, I also bought several of the Z-Man Project Z Chatterbaits just for the fun of it. Drew Gregory throws these a lot. They're a little bulkier and have a different line tie. So I've got a few of these, a few different colors here. This one's Chartreuse Sexy Shad. This one here is Pearl Ghost. That's probably the one I'll lean to. These two are Blueback Herring. As far as spinnerbait trailers, this is about all I ever throw, is the Zoom Split Tail. And these are usually my 2 go-to colors. If the water's really dark and dingy, I'm going to go with this kind of bright chartreuse. They call it chartreuse pearl. And when the water's clear, I like this silver rainbow. I also will throw white. But this old school bait still works great for me on my spinnerbaits. As far as jig trailers, I'm going to be throwing the Chigger Craw on the back of my jigs. The 3-inch size. Green pumpkin. Black and blue. I also like this Summer Craw. I might throw that some. In really clear water. In addition to the Chigger Craw, I may throw the Camel Craw Jr. from Thunderhawk Lures because they have some very unique, distinct colors like this gold shiner color. Gold, like I said, gold is a player there, and this is kind of a subtle, kind of goldish color that I think would work well on a green pumpkin finesse jig. Little football jig. So the Camel Craw Jr. is also, I'm going to take a few of those with me. All right, I know crankbaits work well up at the Susquehanna, and smallies love crankbaits. My first thought was to just bring my normal crankbaits, which usually are more like shad type colors, those kind of things. But I really like watching Jeff Little's YouTube channel. If you want to learn a lot about the Susquehanna River, check his channel out. He throws really dark colored crawdad type crankbaits. I thought I would follow his lead and throw darker, more browns and dark type crankbait colors. But I don't have a lot of those in my tackle box, so I went and bought a few. Let me show you what I got. My thinking here too is might throw, I'm probably just going to throw my regular Topwater lures, but if for some reason I want a really shallow diving crankbait, well, all of Susquehanna River is really not very deep, but I basically got 3 different sizes, one that will kind of be subsurface, one that will do a couple of feet deep, and then one that will go deeper than that if necessary. So I think this is my best option here, the 6 Sense Crush 50X. I bought a couple of these. This is a really cool color that I had not seen before. It's called 4K Crawfish. I think that's an excellent color. Just fabulous, really. So I'm going to start with this bad boy. You know, it's gonna run 2, maybe 3, 4 feet at the most. And of course, these crankbaits are great, and they make a little noise. 6 Sense Crush 50X. Then sticking with 6 Sense lures, I bought a couple of Curve 55s. This color here is called Red Claw. And again, this just looks too good to pass up. It's not brown. It's not really dark black or brown, but it's still so dang cool looking. It is dark, although it's kind of got a little translucent look to it. But if I need to go a little deeper, I think this is what I'm going to try first. All right, I love Bandit 200s, and so I just got a couple of black Bandit 200s. If the water's a little darker, a little stained maybe, but not muddy, I may throw this instead. And then here's a couple of smaller archy rattling crankbaits, but these things go a little deeper. They dive 8 to 11 feet. This color is called Ghost Craw. And again, I think this is a nice looking crawdad color. It's dark, and I think it would do just great there on the Susky. Let me see. It's more of a BB sound than a knocker. But that's another one I'm going to put in the tackle box and give it a go. If you fish the Susky and have any ideas on crankbait colors, please let me know. I would love to hear what works for you. I've got quite a few other crankbaits I'm going to take with me that are just in my box. I'll show you those after I show you the package baits. All right, you got to have a topwater. I already talked to you about the buzzbait, but I'm also going to be throwing a whopper plopper or a Chapo. I want a darker color, and I want something close to this 110 size. So I'm gonna tie on this bluegill color and this Chapo black color. And I think these are probably the only 2 colors I'm gonna need. That's my thinking anyway. Now, I am expecting that there's a possibility, like I said before, that a subsurface crankbait might work. I also know at times that a gold bait works pretty well there. So I'm hoping nobody else has thought about a hybrid hunter. This has black back and gold sides and orange belly. This is called the gold black back. I'm bringing a couple of these just kind of as a long shot. Who knows? Okay, that's pretty much what I have purchased for the tournament. I did purchase a handful of other things that came in the mail just at around the same time. They've got nothing to do with this tournament, but I'll show them to you as well. There's only 5 or 6 little items. I got a couple of packs of the Berkeley Pit Boss, a great flipping bait. This is green pumpkin. And this this color here, Skeet's Hot Craw. I saw it and I just thought, man, I gotta try it. I've never tried this color. This, of course, is not something I'm gonna throw right now, but springtime, I'm gonna throw this bad boy. I want to try it out. The other thing I purchased, and this is just a bizarre, crazy, weird purchase that I had to try it. The OSP dice. These things are crazy. I got 4 different packs. This one I think is green pumpkin. This one, no idea what this color is called. You can see it's kind of whitish. Everything's in Japanese, so I have no idea what you call any of this stuff. The only thing they put in English, non-salt and max salt. Oops, sorry. And max salt, non-salt, max salt. The non-salt you fish in really shallow water because it's going to fall slower. The max salt falls much faster. So if you're fishing in deep water, you're going to throw the max salt. Here's another probably green pumpkinish. Let's take one of these out though so you can see them up close because they're kind of nutty. It's just a little dice-shaped piece of soft plastic with some skirt material. Some dude in Japan has been making these by hand. He's been crushing them. And so if you're crushing it, you're winning tournaments. The next thing you know, somebody wants to start making it for you and making money. Dice, can you believe that crazy thing? That is just wild. Now, if you're interested, I'll show you some of the other crankbaits that I have in my boxes that I'm going to take with me and just kind of as a backup. Here's a custom painted rock crawler. Very crawdad looking. Gonna try that. I'm also just bringing the Strike King KVD 1.5 square bill. And this is like the brown craw color. I don't know what they call it. But again, I think that's another good one that I could keep in my back pocket if I need it. I also, here's a little darker 6 cents. This is the Finesse curve. I thought I might throw it as well, although it's kind of more of a bluegill pattern. It's still dark enough and it runs super shallow that I thought, yeah, I'm going to have this one with me as well. All right, in case I want to throw a lipless, I threw a couple of gold-colored lipless crankbaits in here. This is a 6 cents crankbait. Nice color. This is an Excalibur, the 50 size. They call it XR50, I think. Other gold-colored 6 cents. I'm only bringing about 4 of these because I'm really not anticipating throwing a lipless at all. But you never know. And here's one as well. That's pretty much it for the lipless. I'm also going to bring some wiggleworts. Because wiggleworts, although they do run a little deeper, usually around 9 feet or so. This is custom painted wart, very dark, with some purple in it. I think that could play. Just the old wigglewort brown craw also could be good. Wigglewort and phantom brown craw also could be good. It's a little clearer. Here's another custom painted crawdad wigglewort as well that I think could work great. And then I got a couple of crawdad colored rock crawlers. This is phantom brown as well, I believe. And this is like spring craw. This is more green. Here's a little bomber crankbait. Again, dark and crawdad looking, so not bad to take. And then if the water's super dingy, I doubt I'll be throwing crankbait anyway, but why not bring some of this black color that 6 cents Lures makes. That's the Curve 55. This is the flat 75X, same color. And this is a fatter, like a 2.5 size square bill. I don't remember what 6 Cents calls this. But again, that's another one I thought, well, why not? It might play, you never know. Oh, last is I also have this kind of perch colored crankbait by Bait Labs. Got this out of a mystery tackle box, I believe. And again, any perch colored baits also could play on the Susquehanna for sure. So those are kind of my backup square bills. I'll be taking these, and then depending upon conditions and what I decide, I'll be picking a few of these out. I don't really think jerk bait is going to play yet. I think it's probably still just a little too warm. But I am going to bring one jerk bait color. This is also a nice perch colored jerk bait. This is the Re-Ranger 110. And I've got 3 of these this same color, so that's all I'm going to bring. Just if jerkbait's playing, I'm going to put all my cards in just this color. That's pretty much going to do it, other than the jigs, and I don't have the jigs handy, so you're not going to be able to see those in the video. But if the jig is a player, my tournament video will show you that, and then you'll get to see the jig that I used. Once again, if you're interested in any of these baits, please check out the links in the description. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope that this was fun, helpful, and informative. If so, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and share the videos with somebody that loves tackle as well. I would really appreciate that. And until next time, this is Mr. Bass. Happy fishing!